Expedite, the pre-workout is designed to really help you get through those moments where you feel a little fatigued. Sometimes your body does get a little tired, gets a little sore. But this kind of stuff picks you right back up.
How does it feel?
Look, I'm very happy. I'm very excited that I could actually, challenge for these fights and secure these fights. Like I've always said, I'm here to build on my legacy and make history. Every fight that I've been taking is better than the last, and to be able to accomplish this on Saturday night will be memorable. It's going to be historic, and I'm just very happy that we could do it.
Mikey, what'd you make of how Errol acted up there? He seemed a little agitated, a little tired of doing everything. What'd you make of all that?
It's fight week. He might be struggling to make weight. He might be a little irritated with all the press and media. I don't know. The attitudes do change, as you get closer to a fight, a couple days away. So his attitude has changed. But, I feel that, this type of fight deserves this attention. This type of fight deserves all the coverage. And, you have to do it. You have to be, accessible. That's what this fight is about. It's a huge fight that you have to be, accessible to the media and press.
What did you make of the comments that he said up there about like keep the same energy? Just comment on all that.
He said, he's seen all the videos. He watches a lot of YouTube and he watches a lot of the interviews, and he probably doesn't like the attitude, but I'm very confident. I know what I can do. I know what I'm gonna do on Saturday night. If he disagrees, well, that's his own opinion. But on Saturday night, I will show everybody why I picked this fight and why, I'm a better fighter.
You mentioned you're a better fighter because you feel you do everything better than him, but a key thing with you always in fights is your intelligence and your calmness under fire. You're able to really see things there when things are coming at, and you could pinpoint things to hit. But explain a little bit of your intelligence, because some new fans probably watching this are going to be like, oh, what is Mikey referring to when he says intelligence?
Look, I've told everybody, I think I'm better than him in every other way. When it comes to boxing skills and attributes, I feel I have a better footwork. I have better defense, better reflexes. I can have better timing. He's a very well-rounded fighter. He's a very, very complete fighter and does everything very well. But I believe I'm better. Not by a whole lot, but just enough to be better than him. And that's what I'm betting on. That I will show everybody on Saturday night why I'm a better fighter.
Mikey, isn't it the strategy of a fighter or a sports entertainer to try to get under one of your competitor's skin to throw him off of his game?
It might be, some might use that as a strategy, trying to get under someone's skin and, get them out of their rhythm. But, I'm not, falling for that, and I'm also not trying to do that. Inside of the ring is where we do our talking. That's where we show, who the better man is. I did all my work in the training. I'm sure he did plenty of work in training. So he's prepared. I'm prepared. But that's just the way boxing is. You show everybody inside of the ring.
I hear it in your aura. I see it in your body. I hear it in your voice that you are very ready for this fight. How are you really feeling deep down inside about your readiness for this fight?
I'm happy. I'm actually pretty emotional walking in here, seeing the stadium. And just to know that I made it to this level, like I said, I never dreamt about it, but now that we're here, it's unbelievable, man. So it brings a lot of joy in me and gets a lot of emotions in me. But I know what this is about, and this type of fight deserves all this attention, all this coverage. It deserves to be in this stadium. You don't get two pound-for-pound fighters, undefeated champions fighting each other very often in boxing. And for both of us to accept the fight and take this fight, when we didn't have to, it means a lot. I'm about to make history, so I'm just very happy to be here.
Win or lose, does this cement your legacy?
I gotta win, bro. I gotta win. This win will cement my legacy, and there's still more. There's still gonna be more, but this fight is the most important fight right now for me. I really, I keep telling people, I've never wanted to win a fight as much as I want to win this one. That's how important this fight is for me.
How do you look to you weight-wise, Mikey?
Obviously that happened up there, and he came over here and said partially of it, kind of back and forth, was because he was making weight and because he's irritated about that. You've had that before. Is it good to you don't feel that irritation because you're making weight isn't that bad right now?
If that's what he said, I kind of guessed it. I mean, I don't know how far off he is, or if he's already close. I mean, that's their own you know, knowledge there. But I can tell, you know, other fighters. I've seen other fighters that do get irritated when making weight, so that's why I kind of guessed that. This time around, I'm pretty chill. You know, I don't have to worry about the weight cut. But even in other fights, when I do have to cut weight, I'm not as irritated like that. I'm always pretty calm. But you know, it just changes for every fighter. Every fighter's different. The attitude changes. You are only a couple days away from the fight, so it's expected, you know, to change.
You listen to everything. You say you listen to words. You listen to kind of breaks and voices, things like that. Did you notice anything when he kind of basically said what you've said before, and you said it up there, that he feels he's a little bit better than you and everything? I mean, you were the first one to say that. Do you kind of notice those things and notice that now he's saying that in that talk?
You know, he's changed opinions on several occasions. I don't know if it's his choice of words that maybe contradict each other sometimes. Obviously, he feels that he's a better fighter, and that's you know, what a champion should feel. But I mean, that's the first thing I said. You know, that I am better in every other way. The only thing that he's got going for him was the size, you know, and the weight. And I've always said that you don't just win fights just by mere size and weight. Every other aspect, when it comes to speed, reflex, defense, timing, footwork, you name it, I'm better. Not by a lot, but just enough to be better than him. And now he kind of mentioned the same thing. He said that that's how he feels about it. He also has mentioned other times where he said, at first he said it was going to be an easy fight for him. Then he changed to saying he could go 12 rounds. Then he went back and forth again today. So like I said, I don't know if it's just, you know, his choice of words that don't really, you know, follow the same path, or I don't know. I mean, it could just be his irritation now. I don't know. I'm comfortable. I know what I got to do. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I'm confident for those reasons. You know, it's not cockiness. It's not me trash talking. I just know what I'm capable of, and I just got to show everybody why I chose this fight. You know, and Saturday night, you guys will find out and realize, you know, that I'm much more than you guys have ever seen.
Did you look,
Mikey, you think you'll be able to frustrate Spence in this fight?
You know, I'm ready to do whatever it takes to win. You know, I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. If that means, you know, we go 12 rounds, then we go 12 rounds. But if I can hurt him early on, I'm definitely going to stop him. You know, if I can hurt him, you know, and put an end to the fight soon, well, that makes it, you know, easier night for me, and I can get home a lot faster. You know, I did all the work and training. We had a great camp. We had all the sparring. I'm just ready to put it on Saturday night.
Last question.
Mikey, how happy were you to see Roberto Duran here, and what did he tell you on stage?
That was an honor. You know, it's the first time I met Mr. Duran, and you know, so when I came up and I saw him there on the stage, you know, I definitely, you know, shook his hand, and I told him, you know, it's an honor for me to meet him, and he told me that it was an honor for him to meet me, that he's a big fan. So I asked him, if really you're a fan, like, that's you follow my career? He says, yes, you know, I've been following for a long time. My son is here, he's also a fan. So I mean, we were talking for a little bit, but mainly just, you know, that he's a big fan. And I'm like, wow, like I looked up to you, you know, as a fighter, and now you are looking at me, you know, and admiring my boxing. It's just unbelievable, you know.
Thank you, guys. That's the last question.